Hari Om. So we are continuing chapter 5 of self-unfoldment. What are vasanas? Vasanas are our inherent tendencies, the natural inclinations we have. Like we all from the childhood like a particular color. We may all have special liking for some of the vegetables. We all have a way to dress up ourselves. How do vasanas function? Vasana gives us desire. You went to a restaurant and you liked the food. You visited it again and you liked it again. Then another desire to go to that restaurant to eat maybe your favorite food, samosa chaat. These desires gives us thoughts like, oh, let us go again to that restaurant. And this time maybe let's go for dinner. And maybe we can take, our new car. And this time we can eat a couple of more dishes, maybe dosa and pav bhaji also. These thoughts will result in we actually going to that restaurant and doing that action again. That action will give some more impressions, and maybe we may have a stronger vasana now that we like some food, maybe samosa chaat, more. So this is now a cycle. Vasana, desire at an intellect level, thoughts at mind level, and action at the body level. So we keep on following this cycle and form bad vasanas. They turn into our habits. Every action leaves an impression, and hence we should control our actions. But now what to do? Here's where we should talk about mechanism of action or law of karma. What is this karma siddhant? Gurudev says this is one of the greatest philosophy of Vedanta to the objective world. What does this law say? Karma means destiny. What we call in Sanskrit is Prarbadha, that which has already begun. Prakarshena arabdham iti prarabdham. So there are two laws. First is the law of destiny, and then second is the law of karma. What is law of destiny? Our present situation is dependent on previous action. These actions we have taken in the past will force us to be in a particular situation in present. That's why you may hear many people will say, what to do, Swamiji? Prarabdha, destiny, Swamiji. I can't do anything now. It was in my destiny. Now, what is law of karma? Law of karma doesn't oppose law of destiny. Please remember this. But it extends law of destiny. Law of destiny is right. Whatever action we have done in the past is going to decide my present situation. If I have eaten and eaten and eaten, then I'm going to be fat in the present situation. Agree? Now, what does law of karma say? Law of karma says we are not victims of our past actions. But in the present, human beings have got a power to choose. choice to change the action, or choice to go with the flow of action. And this present choice will make my future destiny. Destiny, or the law of destiny, says past work treating us into present is destiny. Present choice will decide future is law of karma. Law of karma says present prarabdha, that is due to the past actions, Purushartha. Law of Purushartha or karma is whatever present Purushartha, that will become our future Prarabdha. I am fat now because I have not done exercise in the past. I have a choice now, free choice now to do exercise, and that will decide whether I will be fat in the future or I will have a better body. Every Purushartha can change future Prarabdha. Gurudev rightly says, what one meets in life is Prarabdha. How one meets that is Purushartha. Every self-effort we saw can modify our future Prarabdha. Let us take few examples. Let's say we have a test coming up tomorrow. So we all have a choice today to study, and that is our Purushartha or self-effort. So let's say that all of us are starting now from zero. So the effort we are going to put it is 1 day effort. And with that 1 day effort, whatever best we can produce tomorrow will be the result for that test. But remember, I said that we are starting from zero today. What if you have studied for last 6 months continuously, regularly? That is what you did in the past, and those actions have created some impression in your mind, and that is where you're starting today, and that is your Prarabdha. So some may have a 6 months Prarabdha, some may have 0 at this Prarabdha, and they both are dependent on the past action. So one who has studied for 6 months will get advantage, and that 6 months plus 1 day, that will be the effort what will go in for tomorrow's test, and he may have better chance to get better grade in the test as compared to someone who is just studying for 1 day with that self-effort. Let's extend this and let's look at the second example. Let's assume there is a river, and the river is flowing, or the water of the river is flowing at a speed of 2 miles per hour. Now we put the log of wood in that flow. What will happen? The log of wood will go along with the flow of water. Let us assume that we put a motor on the log of wood, and the motor speed now we have is 10 miles per hour, and the motor's direction is also the same as the flow of the water. So what will happen? The log of wood will travel with a speed of 10 plus 2, that is 12 miles per hour. If the motor is now going at 10 miles per hour but upstream, the opposite direction of the water, the net result will be 10 minus 2, that is 8 miles per hour. Correct? Now let us analyze this from the concept of law of karma. The flow of the river, the water speed is our prarabdha. We don't have control. We have the control. We had the control in the past. And that is our present situation. That is our prarabdha. The log of wood is like animals. They don't have any control. So the log of wood will flow as per the water speed. The motor is human beings. The motor is deciding the choice. The motor's speed is Purushartha. How much effort do you put in as a human being is your Purushartha. If your Purushartha was 10 miles and on the same flow that of Prarabdha, you have a better speed now, which is 12 miles. So you are enhancing that. You are making your future better. But if your Purushartha is in the opposite direction, in the upstream direction, then you still are moving in the direction, but that is opposite. Now let's change this example and let's say the river, which is our prarabdha, that is the study in the past, was 10 miles per hour. And the motor, the Purushartha, was running at 2 miles per hour. Little study. So what will happen? Prarabdha and Purushartha, 10 plus 2, if we are going in the same direction, is 12 miles per hour. Whereas now, our Prarabdha is at 10 miles per hour. And our Purushartha is at 2 miles per hour. So that is 10 minus 2, and that is 8 miles per hour. So it is slowing down. The speed is slow. We can also look at one more example to understand this. Let's say there is a wall, and then the existing color of the wall is yellow. So yellow is our prarabdha. That was already there. That was the present situation. And now we start applying a blue color. That is our Purushartha. So there is a yellow wall. You are applying a blue color. The net result will be green. However, if you put in a little blue color, a light blue color, that will not be green, and that will be still yellow color. So if you keep applying the blue color, it will change eventually the color of the wall. That is, it's going to be yellow. This power, this faculty of choice is what we all have got. I don't think there is anything beautiful or more beautiful than this which we can experience. So what we have in control is our Purushartha, is our self-effort. Now let's summarize. Our goal is to be independently happy. Yes. To be happy, we know that we need to control our mind and intellect. Why? Because we looked at 4 personalities: physical personality at a body level, emotional personality at a mind level, intellectual personality at an intellect level, and spiritual personality at our conscious level. All our bodies are made up of the same 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, space, and hence all our bodies are same. Likewise, our spiritual personalities, we have ultimately the same source of energy or consciousness or the same eternal oneness. So, of those four, physical and spiritual personalities are same, and we all have different mind and intellect. The quality and texture of the mind and intellect decides what will be our state of mind or state of happiness. What decides the quality and texture of the mind and intellect is our inherent tendencies or vasanas. Now, response is dependent on mind and intellect. If I change my mind and intellect, I can change the response. How do I change the mind and intellect? I have to change my vasanas. Why? Because vasanas are producing mind and intellect. How do I do that? For that, we try to understand vasanas are the impressions of the past action. Those are the fragrance. Those are there to stay. Impressions for the long time form my tendencies. These tendencies will come on at the level of intellect as desire. These desires will come on at the mind as thoughts, and those thoughts will come at the body level as actions. Actions will again change the vasanas, maybe modify, strengthen, delete it, or whatever. Likewise, this will continue. But I can break that cycle. Why? Because human beings have capacity to perform Purushartha, self-effort. You don't have to go with the flow of Vasana. You can go against the flow also. Of course, Vasana pressure will still be there, but I can use Purushartha again and again to change Vasana finally, and this leads us to law of karma. Present situation is because of my past action, but don't stop there. Present choice of action will decide my future situation. Present Prarbadha is past Purushartha. Present Purushartha will result in future Prarbadha. This is law of karma. What one meets in life is his destiny, Prarbadha. How he meets is Purushartha, self-effort. We saw, though we are doing Purushartha, force of Prarbadha will still be there, and the net result will be based on both Prarbadha and Purushartha. Just think of all the examples we talked about, the river and the log, and the color of the wall. And now I want you to reflect on the next topic, which we will cover later, and that is, what is the connection between Vasana and Prarbadha? Hari Om everyone.